I'm gonna hate myself in editing, because that is... I'm fine with using that as a thing, but it's not as noticeable of a... It's not as noticeable as the, It's not as noticeable, I don't think. Very heavy gravity, but that's okay. But yeah, so, Citizen Con, Star Citizen, Citizen Con, Citizen Star, Con Citizen. Not con like scam. I should have thought of my words more carefully there. I'll admit that one's on me. Sorry. Maybe I actually do want to take the rover. Yeah, so, I mean, like, I've got my own qualms about stuff with, you know, Star Citizen. Mainly, like, how they handle events and some open communication, or some communication stuff. Like, I do think, and I really hope, like, it's beating a dead horse, I think. But I think it should not be forgotten, the Overdrive initiative, where initially the only reward was you get an upgrade token that doesn't do anything unless you spend $160 on a ship and upgrade that ship. And, or you need to spend $160 on this new version of an old ship that, like, is just a better version of that ship, and it's just like, hey, play this event, so you can get the privilege of buying a ship. And, like, yeah, I think... And then there was also, like, a Inside Star Citizen where they were talking about the Blockade Runner event. And a lot of people were like, yo, you said, hey, we do a lot of combat events, maybe too many combat events, so hey, here's a combat event. People were like, so you're just hypocrites, and like, they didn't really say anything to that. Like, they didn't even try and, like, oh, well, this is what we meant. No, it's just flat out hypocrisy, and it's like, okay, cool, I guess. So, yeah. That could have been better. And like, I'm not like discouraged. I'm not discouraged. I'm not like super pessimistic about the game. There's like, Zach Pierce, I hope I'm getting the name right. I feel like if I was going to have any conversation with a CAG dev, I would want it to be him, and I feel like I would have quite a day with it. Like, he specifically said that, hey, we don't want to have a million weapons, we want everything to feel unique, and it's like, okay. I mean, that's like a decision. Cool, fine. And it's good to have that decision, but it's also like, god damn it. Fucking, we have like so many light fighters, we have so many ships that are, you know, that have crossover, that, you know, are, you know, like, share the same purpose, that, you know, are competitors. And it's like, you just think that that's not fucking important for, like, weapons? Like, and it's just like, in my mind, it's like, why the fuck is this game so exclusively focused on fucking ships? Like, like, if they would, like, just, if they would treat armor and weapons and, you know, eventually furniture and gear in the same sort of, like, in the same sort of way as fucking ships, but, like, you know, like, instead of paying $400 for a new multi-crew ship that you're probably never going to use because your friends, like, can only get, like, an hour of playtime in per week, and that might be eaten up by, like, bugs or just general, like, unreliability, or, like, 30 minutes to just fucking get your gear in order. Like, there's a lot of things that's like, yeah. And just like $5 for a new weapon that, hey, by the way, you know, is on your account. Like, you just go to a thing, you don't have to buy it in game, you just, when you log in, you go, you get it, good. And that can be a little bit of an incentive. Not like a crazy thing, right? Because it's like, you know, spend that time buying gear and getting equipment that first time, and then, you know, you're good to go for pretty much every other time, right? But yeah, no, that's my main. That's definitely one thing that I wish there were more weapons. I wish there's more armors. I wish they had the same sort of, but remotely a similar importance to it. Because, by the way, like, so we do have weapons that are being developed, but we've had weapons that were being developed in Star Citizen, like, for a very fucking long time, and nothing happened to them, and I don't know why. I don't know what. They absolutely paused development. They did not take, like, 3 years to make the Vault weapons. They just paused for some reason because another priority came up, which is fine. I don't know what those priorities were, which I don't think is fine for an open development game. So, yeah. And, like, even in the goddamn monthly reports, which, by the way, like, in all fairness to Star Citizen, like, there's a lot of stuff they do tell that a lot of people don't see because they're in the monthly reports, because they're fucking dense, and frankly, I read them and I don't retain any of the information. Like, and I want to be fair that, like, I can't say that they don't communicate if they did actually communicate a thing, but I don't think the monthly reports ever have been like, the team took a break from this weapon and shifted focus to this. I don't think I've ever read that. Genuinely think I have never read that in a monthly report for Star Citizen or Squadron 42. Oh, okay, it was in a... crowded cities frowned upon by local authorities and Sarah. Oh, well, okay, that makes me want to do it more then. It is also a thing. So the Atlas, oh my god. The Atlas in Star Citizen, I don't know if I mentioned it before, because I probably did. It is a fair thing to be mad about, I think. Like, you're gonna charge the same price as a game package or a mech suit? Like, fucking really? Like, fucking really? Like, and I think in-game, I think they basically got bullied into, they got bullied into putting it in-game, sooner than they would for a ship. Which, like, fucking, thank Christ. Cause it's like, it's a tool. It's a tool. Why is there fucking exclusivity on a tool? Like, no, that's terrible. That's terrible, that's stupid. Why? Why would you do that? Like, I think that, like, the exclusivity for ships is stupid because, like, it just means that less people are going to be able to, you know, fly them. Less people are going to be able to do bug reports. And it's like, you know, it's just, it's ridiculous. They should not have exclusivity on a thing if they're an alpha, which, like, you know, well, if we're an alpha and we're a live product, or a live service game, fuck that. Like, you're an alpha. Sure, maybe there are some live service elements that technically are there, and, like, you have to deal with that. Okay. You're a fucking alpha. Stop pretending like you're both, or whichever is convenient for you. Like, yeah, it's nice to, I don't know. I like the tone I'm taking though. It's critical, but it's critical and it's frustrated, but not particularly, I don't know, I don't think it's particularly what's the word? Vitriolic? Just like there's like, look, there's like a lot of things. You know what? Okay, like, and to bring it to Starfield, well, okay, I don't know how best to do that, in all fairness. This is one of these things. So, I don't know, so cargo, okay, so the way that the cargo gameplay, in my mind, the way that this worked was, they made the cargo gameplay, which, I don't know, there's a lot of people who are defending, a lot of people who are like, this is terrible. Like, loading crates, you know, like, it's a time sink. But then there's a lot of people nowadays who are just like, and a lot of people who are like, getting into this game, and it's like, I don't have fucking time for this. Like, this is stupid. Yeah, I want to be a cargo hauler. No, I don't want to spend 30 minutes loading up my ship. What? Like, I'm like, also, there are people who are like, no, I don't want to, like, have the game do it and do it in 10 minutes. I want to just go and do it. Which I think is absolutely fair. Absolutely reasonable. Because, like, at some point. Which, it's also like, hey, that's just Star Citizen. But yeah, so they designed this cargo gameplay, and then they made the Atlas in an attempt to, you know, try and alleviate some of those problems, right? And then some jackass got the bright idea to sell it for $45 and have some exclusivity on it. Not to mention the part where, like, a lot of people are complaining about, like, carpal tunnel and, like, physically injuring themselves because of the monotony of the cargo gameplay, and then, oh, look at that, we have a new type of tractor beam that works in a different way that isn't as stressful on your fingers. By the way, it's pay-gated, $45, you know. Yeah, you could see why people hate it. The rover, It sucks that the rover was not a thing at launch, because what if they had a freaking, like, Halo escape scene? A last-minute Halo, Warthog run, escape scene at some points in the story. They probably could have done that. And, they had to do the story considering that they couldn't. And, I mean, honestly, for all I fucking know, maybe they genuinely were, like, at launch, yeah, we have no intention of putting rovers, we have no intention of vehicles, and then they were like, everybody thinks that we need vehicles for some reason, I don't know. I still cannot wholeheartedly believe that, like, no, they absolutely had the vehicles in mind and just did not have them ready for launch, and we're not willing to push them out, and also we're not willing to say that for whatever stupid fucking reason. Till next time, have a good day, great day even. Ciao skis.